Welcome to another episode of Hello Again Wednesday with Brent Miller. Each Wednesday you can join in as a special guest. Answer along with the question of the day. Listen to life stories. Follow him on Spotify or your favorite podcast platform. On Facebook. Or his YouTube channel, Brent Miller What's on His Mind. This week's episode 127. Batteries included. And now.
All right, we had a little glitch, I think, and it is Hello Again Wednesday. This is Hello Again Wednesday, episode number 127. Thank you for being my special guest this week as you join in, and I would appreciate if you chimed in, meaning go ahead and leave some stories and stuff like that in the comments. I always ask a question of the day, and we're going to get to it in just a sec, but I want to make sure that I thank you for being a part of these episodes week after week as my special guest. And one day we're going to make it to where you can actually be on the video with it. If you would like, let me know and we will make arrangements for that. As always, as you watch, click the likes, the shares, the watch parties, whatever you want to do. Or on like my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. You'll know when it pops up there too to share with others. But the more you share the videos, the more people I hope would get involved with answering the question and being a part of the episode itself. It makes it a lot more pleasant for me. Okay. And before I get into it, thank you. If you are on Facebook watching this, especially, you get a personal thank you via video for my birthday as you chimed in and wished me a happy birthday. It was a very good birthday and enjoyed the cake and everything that went with it. In fact, we just got done celebrating another birthday yesterday, and it was pretty funny because Jaden turned 18, my oldest granddaughter. And so I'll tell you this real quick before we get into the episode. And so she wanted chicken katsu that I made, and she wanted strawberry shortcake. And so made all that stuff up, made the strawberry shortcake, made it to where the shortcake itself was coming out of the oven popping hot. And what took place was they put the shortcake on the table, and then there was the crushed strawberries and the whipped cream and Cool Whip and stuff. And we're going to sing happy birthday. So they're getting ready to stick 18 candles into this piping hot shortcake, which immediately began to melt the candles into the shortcake. And so it was very colorful on the inside. They were discussing it. What they did is they took out the candles right away, and was debating now. So what do we do now? And so we had just celebrated my 58th birthday, and so someone got the idea. Well, hey, here, hold up one of the candles, and we reuse our candles, so they're getting shorter and shorter. Hold up this one candle, and that's a single candle, and hold up an 8. And then she had to flip it a certain way we sang happy birthday. And she had these 2 lit candles in her hand. Happy birthday to Jaden, who turned 18. That was the celebration we had yesterday. It was a lot of fun. So anyways, this week's episode bounces off of last week. We did an episode, and it was What Do You Wonder? And I had some great stuff, I thought. I always think hey, it's my show. I think they're all great. Some are a little bit floppy, but I liked last week's. And what do you wonder? And just kind of, there's a couple people that chimed in on what they wondered about. Go ahead and check out that episode. But it led me up to this week's episode. So here's the question of the day: do you get excited when do you get excited when whatever you just purchased, and it needs batteries, says batteries included? Do you get excited when your purchased item says batteries included? So let me start off with my stories, okay? So for months, my laptop it was it would come up with a little warning thing. Hey, your battery's having a problem. Your battery's having a problem. And me, the great procrastinator that I am, I let that battery notifications really ring out. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't a notification. It was you boot your computer up, and it's a black screen with some white letters, and some of it's blue for HP. And it's telling you, your battery no longer functions. It is no longer working. And so, lo and behold, as my battery's not working, I let that go like that for weeks, maybe. I mean, I lose track of time, but I let that sign come up that my battery was completely dead. And so what I did is, it would do it, then I would click enter or whatever, and the thing would go away, and then I could do whatever I needed to do for that day. Okay. And here's the thing. It was not lying, because if I ever accidentally, and speaking of plugged, if I ever accidentally unplugged, let's see if I can do this. If I accidentally, now I got to move my camera, and then I have to see if I did it right. Okay. It's all cricket. I understand. Come on, we're going to redo this here. You guys can hear me right there? Okay. Now let's make adjustments, see what it looks like. See, because I didn't plan on this right here. And so, okay, there we are. All right. And so what happened was I would accidentally unplug my computer while I'm typing, usually sermons, Kid Zone stuff for the kids, or any kind of information. Like I spent a day trying to catch up on some stuff. And so I'm typing up agendas and stuff like that for things that are needed in the upcoming future here real quick. And if I ever unplug that stuff, the computer shuts down. And trust me, it's not that it shuts down properly. It just shuts down. And so then when I go to boot the computer back up after plugging it back in, okay, and it instantly shut down. So I plug it back in. So then you got to wait a long time for it to actually begin to boot back up. It's just like it's really thinking. I know what it's thinking. You're such an idiot. And so, yeah, AI, I guess you'd call it, artificial intelligence, calling me an idiot. And so what took place is I'd waited a long time for it to boot up. I get that sign again, and I'd click back, and then whatever I was writing, it would have these, hey, these are what you're writing, and these are the time frames of what you were writing. Choose the latest one that you want to save. And so then I would have to do that. Sometimes it'd be good results, sometimes not so good results. And so after all of that, being the procrastinator that I am, I decided, you know what? It is time to order a battery for the laptop. And so it arrives the next day. Okay. And so this is, like I said early on, it was Jaden's birthday, and I'm not going to do anything to interrupt that thought process. We were going to have strawberry shortcake. We're going to watch her open presents, eat her dinner. Her brother had to go to baseball practice during that time frame. And so it stretched out to around 8:30. Everyone was getting ready to go to bed for school, doing their showers and stuff like that. And so then I decided, okay, I'm going to flip my laptop over. It's just a matter of, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, and then 3. It's only 6 screws to lift that back panel off. And so then you see the battery exposed right there. And so I do that to pull the battery out. I put the battery back in and install the new battery. And sure enough, it turns on, it boots up. There's no bad battery message or anything like that. And so then I don't have it out here. I began to read this little tiny, this is why I have to wear bifocals. Well, this little tiny manual on battery maintenance. And it was trying to tell me to do, I need to make the battery and the computer talk to one another, knowing how the charging process should be, and when to let the alerts be known, and all this stuff. And it tells you, just click here and click here. And when I'm clicking through the closest thing I can even come to what they're saying, I can't find anything about power supply maintenance or anything. And I tried everything. Okay. So then I gave up. The battery's installed. It was installed at 60%. Okay. And the manual did say this. It said something about exhaust the battery and then let it run out and then charge it. So the next morning I get up, and sure enough, the battery had exhausted itself, and I grab my charging cord and I plug it into the laptop. And I notice on the side that the little light where you plug into, you plug in, and there's usually a little light there indicating, hey, it's charging. And it didn't even register that it was charging. There was no little light. And I thought, well, that's kind of weird. And so I tried, so you know what? I'm trying different outlets. Maybe something's messed up with an outlet or something like that. Something could happen. And so, and at the same time thinking, not my cord, but I'm trying all these other outlets. And now I'm scowling and I'm frustrated. And Connie starts to notice, well, you got to scowl. And I'm frustrated. And so then I know what I did. So then I flipped the laptop back over, unscrewed the screws, pulled the back off to see maybe I did something. Maybe it was me. Maybe I touched something, unplugged something when you're trying to pry it off and stuff. They always tell you to be careful. And maybe I wasn't careful enough. Maybe I was careless. And so I'm scowling more with, I know what it was. I was not careless. Everything was plugged in. Everything was where it was supposed to be. I did notice this. If the charging port, that's what they call where the hole, if the charging port ever goes bad, it is so easy to unscrew 2 screws, pull out and undo the little winding of the wire and undo the little latch to your motherboard and buy a new one. It is so easy to change the charging port. And that was on my mind too, but I was not careless. So now I'm scowling in more frustration. Okay. And I then at that time, I grab a much smaller, slower laptop. The ones the kids use and stuff like that for Kids Zone, and it's Michelle's. She uses it. And so I grabbed this super slow laptop and I'm trying to find, okay, where is the nearest, I narrowed down. It's gotta be my cord, my charging cord. So I'm like, where's the nearest place I can get a one of those universal charging cords? Staples, kinda, no. Best Buy. Okay, it's almost time for Best Buy to open up. I'm like, okay, I'm going to run to Best Buy and purchase it. It's at the mall. I'll go there. And and before I went there, I check everything. What is the wattage? Okay, they have the wattage. I'm looking on the internet. They have the wattage I need, and they have one that's a little higher. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And so I look, and they're like, yeah, the little bit higher is probably better charging for your laptop. You might get it done a little bit faster. You can always go up in wattage. You can't go down. Now that part I knew that you couldn't go down, obviously, but you could go up. So I get there, and for a few dollars more, I could get a better charging cord because they did not have the one I wanted that they said they had. And so, okay, I'll get the other charging cord. It's a universal one. And it cost a touch more, but I got it. And all that said and done, I'm broadcasting live right now, Hello Again Wednesday, on the laptop that I repaired with the battery that needed to be replaced, along with a brand new charging cable that I messed with just a moments ago. And so all is well right now. That we are. At the top of the show, I asked the question of the day: do you get excited when it says batteries are included or whenever you buy something? And so I'm going to touch base on that too now, talking about my laptop battery. My grandkids and my kids and my grandkids have learned that while shopping and getting excited for what this great purchase is, especially when they have money in their pocket. They get money, birthday money, they get Tooth Fairy money, whatever. They get money and the money's burning a hole in their pocket. They got to go and just spend the money. So they're looking for something to purchase. And they're all excited about this purchase. And just as they're at the checkout line, this is where I have a little fun, because you know what? Hey, or even before that, because you're about to purchase something, you got to remember, hey, this is where you teach them math. They might not do it in school, but you can do it, economics. They might not do that no more. You can teach them economics with their money. Guess what? You have enough money for you went right to that product that had the amount. I have $15. It says $15. $14.99. I have a penny to spare. So then you go, oh, by the way, out here in California, you have 10% tax you got to add to that. Okay. So now you need $1.50 more. Okay. Or get another gift, another toy that is less expensive by $1.50, and then you'll have enough for tax. And so you can get up there, and then you to the cash register or the checkout line, and you go, oh, by the way, because see, the batteries are right there. Hey, does your toy say it needs batteries? Is batteries included or not included? Because if batteries are not included, you have to buy batteries, and look how much expensive batteries are. Now you gotta go get a different gift that keeps shrinking down in what you can afford because of tax and batteries. Okay, now here's a question I'm going to ask about batteries included in the excitement that you have, because do you, when you open that item and you go, hey, there's batteries in there, and you look at them, man, these are the cheapest looking batteries I have ever seen. Maybe because you can get them for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Okay. And so, and I'm saying that because we bought batteries from the Dollar Tree, but you always look at them, and I do. I wonder, how long are these batteries going to last that I'm getting with the thing that I purchased? And so it happens, you know, I mean, I'm a cheapskate, first of all, and I want my batteries to work for a long time. Okay. Cameron, just so you have an idea of my thought process on batteries. Cameron and his family, Ashley and them, they went down to Old Town San Diego, down by back, oh, must have been close to Easter. Oh, let me interrupt this. And I didn't have my phone with me. Easter, right? In the Midwest, you probably get eggnog ice cream and eggnog milk. Now, I did not see the eggnog milk, and I know I didn't see any eggnog ice cream, though Connie today told me, oh, I saw eggnog ice cream. She did not get me any, though. But we're walking in the grocery store today, and then I'll get back to Cameron. We're walking in the grocery store today, and lo and behold, there is the most expensive eggnog. $9 for just a tiny little quart. $9. I did not buy it. I've tasted it before. It's not some of my favorite, but it says Easter right on the label. I'm like, Easter? There's like 8 bottles that they just brought in now. Okay. Anyways, back to Cameron. Cameron, he goes down to Old Town San Diego, and it's a touristy place. Okay. If you've ever been there, it's a touristy place. You go and they have these little shops and stuff. And he goes into this shop and he sees this. It's like a Roblox sword. You know, it's green. It has a Roblox look like, or Minecraft, one of those two things. And it's supposed to light up and make a sound. Okay. And of course, Ashley and them looking at it, and the proprietor of the place reassured them, yes, it's new, even though it looked to me like it was a display item. You know what I'm talking about? Scratch and dent. It looked like a display item, but she assured them it was new. So Cameron comes up and he goes, oh, Papa, my sword doesn't work. And I go, well, do you have batteries in it or anything like that? And they're like, yeah. And so I unscrewed the battery door, and lo and behold, and it's probably from the salty sea air because it was on display, was corroded batteries. So I had to take those out, clean the terminals, and then put clean, brand new batteries in there. Lo and behold, it still wouldn't work. There was no connection being made for some reason. So I undid the whole thing, and lo and behold, it wasn't. Got that little connector touching, got the new batteries in, put it back together. Now it lights up and it makes a sound. That was right around Easter time. And so these, 2 or 3 weeks that have passed, I don't think that toy has been played with since. I love them. I fixed it. I know it's downstairs, okay? And so I don't think it's been played with since. Oh, anyways, that's my batteries of the day. So we have Bible study in about 3.5 hours at 5:30 Pacific time out here on the West Coast. It's a little bit marine layer like out here, so it's a slight chill. We're in the maybe upper 60s, and so it's still a nice day. And so but that's what's happening out here, 5:30. And so if you would like, I could probably shoot you the link to, because we do it at the same time. We do it in person downstairs in the church on Centinela, and we also bring it in via Zoom. And so we're collaborating live and Zoom with the Bible study. And so I can get you that link if you would like. If you don't have if you can't make our Bible studies or even our church on Sunday at 10:45 on Facebook or the website, culvercitychurchofgod.org. We're live there at 10:45 Pacific time. But if you can't make ours, okay, go ahead and check out a church near you, especially one that has their Bible study going or something like that. Be with some friends, laugh together, eat together, all things that really don't need batteries. Be there, okay? Make sure to click, like, and share all of these episodes that I'm putting up on Hello Again Wednesday. Question of the day, don't forget, this is how you join in as the special guest. Do you get excited when whatever you just purchased says batteries included? Okay, keep sharing and liking the stories. Check me out on Spotify or whatever your podcast platform is. It's on there also. And I hope you have a great rest of this Wednesday. Thanks most of all for being my special guest today. If you are new to Hello Again Wednesday on the podcast channel, thanks. Tell others to click on that and listen to. I don't make no money off it, but I sure do enjoy getting the stories out there. I am the storyteller. Remember, give somebody a huge hello again, hug, handshake, whatever. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday on Hello
Thanks
Again.
for watching or listening to this week's episode of Hello Again Wednesday with Brent Miller. Each Wednesday you can join in as a special guest. Answer along with the question of the day. Listen to life stories. Follow him on Spotify or your favorite podcast platform. On Facebook or his YouTube channel Brent Miller What's on His Mind. Please join him next Wednesday for another episode.